Hello, this is the True Texan, and this is another little segment where I fact check TYT. And this one's just titled The View Gets Heated.
Sometimes have some pretty fierce disagreements, especially when it comes to Joy Behar, who has policy positions that are to the left, and Meghan McCain, who believes she's to the right. Now, one of the issues that they disagree on the most has to do with socialist policies that have been presented or proposed by Democrats. Take a look.
25% of Americans are comfortable with a socialist becoming president.
How many?
So 25%, that's it.
Well, when they realize what that means, they'll get
people are smart, okay? So I'm just saying, do you know what's helping people? So am I. So am I.
But there's a difference between socialist and democratic.
You disagree that I'm smart?
No, I disagree with the idea that socialism is a bad thing in the way they're describing it.
Wait, go back.
So am I.
But there's a difference between socialist and democratic.
You disagree that
No, there isn't a difference between socialist and democratic socialist. There is no difference. Okay? It's the same thing. Okay? They just put democratic in front of it just so it can sound nice. But it's the same thing, the same ideas, the same concept. There is no difference. Okay? Just because it's elected in from people doesn't mean it's different. Just because the same policy is put in place a different way doesn't mean it's suddenly a different policy. No, it's the same policy. There's no difference.
I'm smart?
No, I disagree with the idea that socialism is a bad thing.
But socialism is a bad thing. In every single case it's been implemented, it's a bad thing. The USSR. The United States of Soviet Russia. Okay? They weren't just communists. They didn't even get to communism. They were socialists. Yes, communism, yada, 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 I know, but they never even got to communism. They were still at the socialist phase of it. The National Socialist Party, the Nazis, Hitler, they were socialists. Cuba, it went to crap while it was socialism. Yes, and then Venezuela. Every single instance that socialism has been put in, it's been horrible. You go into Canada with their socialist programs, they still have private companies, private healthcare. They still have private hospitals. In America, they still have. You don't know where people go in. If socialism is so good, people who have socialized healthcare, why did they leave their country to go to a country that has privatized healthcare? Why? No one ever leaves a country and goes somewhere that has socialized healthcare. No, it's always the other way around. They always leave and try to find a place with privatized healthcare. If socialism is so great, why is that the case? Maybe because socialism isn't that great. Social Security, that social program, it's going bankrupt. Okay, I will never receive the benefits of Social Security. Never. By the time I'm old enough to do that, Social Security will be gone. Any social program, especially on a large scale, fails. The only time a social program doesn't fail is whenever it's on a smaller scale, like a local community, or when it's something that everyone benefits from no matter what, like roads. But that's not really socialized programs, that's just the public coming together for something.
The way they're describing it.
Democratic socialist.
The way they describe it makes it sound like we're all going to be in Venezuela. That's not what it is.
Yes, it is.
I mean,
well, voters
we have more time.
Okay. How will we not be in Venezuela? How would we not? Tell me, how are we gonna go to do the socialist where we don't lose doctors like every other socialist country has done, where doctors end up going away, where we have less doctors? How are you gonna balance the fact that healthcare gets worse that the actual quality gets worse. Not the coverage. The quality of healthcare gets way worse. How are you gonna balance the fact that the quality gets worse? How are you gonna balance the fact that it just goes to shit. The quality gets worse. Doctors leave. America with our privatized everything is number one. We're the leaders in advancements in medicine. So we're just going to stagnate. We're not going to have too many breakthroughs anymore. Are you going to balance that out? Are you going to balance all the negatives that come with it? Because I have not heard a single solution that addresses any of that.
It's just this
Some
is
other
so
day we'll
ridiculous.
discuss it.
I
But
bet
today,
when she's not here. I mean, I'm just trying to explain to you the other side and why he's a great candidate and why Democratic Socialists could be leading you towards the path towards Trump getting reelected. But instead, I'm told that I don't understand what Democratic Socialism is. I assure you, Joy, I do.
coming up, a whistleblower comes forward with claims of a White House security clearance scandal.
I really wish they did have more time in that segment because I would have loved Joy to ask her, really? And what is democratic socialism?
Yeah.
Yes, the answer would have been inconceivable that she knows. Joy Behar did not accuse you of not being smart. That's what I'm doing.
Okay, so you know what though? That response is typical when they get into disagreements. Meghan McCain usually feels like she's being attacked personally, when in reality, there's a disagreement about the policy or the ideology. And so it's not personal.
It was personal. Did you not see the framing? She said, so am I. And then she said, I disagree. Okay? So am I. I disagree. Wait, you're disagreeing with the fact that I'm smart? Did you not see the framing of that? Did you not see the timing? That's pretty important. And yes, why don't y'all let someone talk? Ever. If someone's trying to speak, and then you just go and you speak over them when they're trying to explain something, yeah, that they're gonna feel like they were attacked. Why don't you want to always talk and talk and talk, and you don't want to be interrupted. You don't want to be man-interrupted or have people mansplain to you. Yet you are perfectly okay with it happening to the other side. Why? Because you're a hypocrite who doesn't want the other side to talk. I bet anytime if I ever came in there and I started talking, it was on my turn, y'all would just do nothing but interrupt me, not get my opinion across. Y'all would do what y'all always do. Y'all would go and try to make my point seem like something it's not. Try to turn what I say to something that I'm not saying.
No one on The View is calling her dumb or stupid. But there does seem to be, first of all, an important issue raised by Joy Behar in how the issue is framed in these types of studies, right?
No, there isn't.
How do you frame socialism? Is it framed in a way that makes people think that the United States is headed toward policies that were a complete and utter disaster for Venezuela? Or is it framed in a way that's more realistic of what?
The policies are the same as the ones that were in Venezuela. In fact, y'all praised the policies that were in Venezuela. Bernie fucking Sanders was like, they're lining up for bread, and that's a good thing. Are you stupid? Y'all are stupid. It's the same policies. What's different about it? Other than it's elected. What's different about it other than it's being voted in? There's nothing different about the actual policy.
Democrats like Bernie Sanders or AOC want, and that's Scandinavian.
You mean the Scandinavians who aren't socialists that they come out, I don't know how many times saying, we're not socialist. In fact, we're moving away from socialist policies more and privatizing everything. Scandinavian countries aren't socialist. In fact, again, they are actually moving away from socialist policies. So they came out and said, stop calling us socialist. They came out and said, please stop calling us socialist. Please, we're moving away from it because socialism actually hurt us. And as we're moving away from it, any type of socialist policy we had, yeah, it hurt us. And as we're moving away from all the socialist policies, it's actually helping our country. Yet you keep bringing them in. Okay, I'm done with this video.